For thousands of years, a single word has echoed through the corridors of human history, whispered in sacred texts, prophesied in ancient myths, and feared in the collective unconscious of our species. A word that signifies the end of all things, the final battle, the ultimate day of reckoning. That word is Armageddon. But what if everything you think you know about this apocalyptic event is wrong? What if the true location of Armageddon isn't a hidden valley in the Middle East, as we've been led to believe, but something infinitely more vast, more terrifying, and more personal? For centuries, scholars and theologians have pointed to the plains of Megiddo in Israel as the stage for this final conflict. But tonight, we will shatter that illusion. We are going on a journey to uncover a secret that has been hidden in plain sight, encoded in the very fabric of our reality, from the precise angles of ancient monuments to the mathematical constants of the cosmos itself. If you have the courage to see the truth, you will gain more than just knowledge. You will gain a key to understanding humanity's true past and its ultimate, shocking destiny. You are about to learn why Armageddon is not a place you can find on any map, but a celestial coordinate, a cosmological event, and a psychological threshold that is approaching faster than anyone dares to imagine. To understand the depth of this deception, we must first journey back, not merely centuries, but millennia, to the cradle of civilization itself. In the dusty plains of what is now modern Israel, the ancient city of Megiddo stands as a silent sentinel, a tell built upon the ruins of 20 different cities, each layer a page in a forgotten history. It was a strategic military stronghold, a place where empires clashed, where chariots thundered across the Jezreel Valley. And it is from this place, Har Megiddo, or the Mount of Megiddo, that the Greek authors of the Book of Revelation derived the word Armageddon. It seems straightforward, doesn't it? A literal location for a literal battle. But this is the first and most crucial layer of the veil. The ancient mind did not think in simple, literal terms. Their world was a web of symbols where every earthly phenomenon reflected a celestial truth. Megiddo was chosen not because it was the only place, but because it was a perfect symbol. It represented the age-old conflict between North and South, between the forces of order and chaos, a theme etched into the very landscape. But to stop our investigation here is to read the first line of a 1,000-page book and believe you know the entire story. The next part of our journey will take us from this earthly battlefield to the stars, and what we find there will surprise you even more. The key to unlocking this mystery lies in a code not made of numbers and ciphers, but of geometry, astronomy, and myth. Let your eyes drift upward from the sands of Megiddo to the night sky. There, arching across the heavens, is the Milky Way. To the ancient Egyptians, this was the celestial Nile. To the Norse, it was the Bifrost Bridge. And to a forgotten civilization whose knowledge predates all recorded history, it was the primeval mound, the place of first creation. It is a precise location in the sky, and it holds a profound secret. Modern astronomy designates this point near the constellation Sagittarius, in the direction of the galactic center, a region teeming with billions of stars, cosmic dust, and a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A. This is the heart of our galaxy, the gravitational and energetic pivot around which our entire solar system slowly revolves. And what comes next may change how you see the sky forever, because this celestial crossroads is the true primordial Armageddon. The evidence for this is not merely astronomical, it is written in the mythologies of every major culture, a collective memory of a profound cosmic truth. The Maya spoke of the sacred tree, the world tree, which we now understand as the galactic plane, and their calendar cycles were precisely calibrated to its movements. The ancient Egyptians told of the Zep Tepi, the first time, when the gods descended to Earth from the stars, an event they associated with the alignment of the galactic center with the solstice sun. The Babylonian creation epic, the Enuma Elish, describes a great battle in the heavens, a chaos of waters and dragons, which mirrors the astrophysical description of the turbulent, energetic core of our galaxy. These are not coincidences. They are fragments of a lost science, a sophisticated understanding of precession, the slow 25,800-year wobble of Earth's axis. This great year, as the ancients called it, is the ultimate clock of our planet, and its hands are now pointing towards a moment of profound alignment. We are, right now, emerging from the age of Pisces and entering the age of Aquarius, but this is just the surface-level astrology. The deeper, more significant alignment is the one that occurs only once per great year, the alignment of the winter solstice sun with the galactic equator, with the heart of the galaxy itself. This is the event that the Maya pinpointed with their calendar's end date, an event they did not see as an end, but as a culmination, a rebirth, a convergence of cosmic forces. This is the true Armageddon, the mountain of the assembly in the heights of the north, not a terrestrial hill, but the ultimate summit of the cosmic landscape. But how could an ancient, pre-technological civilization possibly possess knowledge of such a complex astronomical phenomenon? The answer lies in the silent stone libraries they left behind, the pyramids. The Great Pyramid of Giza is not a tomb. It is a geodetic marker and an astronomical computer of unimaginable accuracy. Its shafts were precisely aligned with key stars. Its location on the Earth is a mathematical constant, and its very geometry encodes the dimensions of our planet. But the next revelation uncovers a secret very few people know, a secret hidden in the angles and dimensions of these ancient structures. The so-called air shafts in the King's Chamber of the Great Pyramid, long a subject of mystery, were not aimed at random stars. One shaft pointed directly to the star Al-Nitak in Orion's belt, which the Egyptians associated with Osiris, the god of death and resurrection. The other pointed to the star Sirius, associated with Isis, the goddess of magic and life. But why these stars? Because Orion's belt is our local celestial marker, a pointer to the galactic equator. The entire Giza Plateau is a terrestrial map of the Orion constellation, a mirror on the ground of the heavens above, built to mark a specific moment in the great precessional cycle. The pyramids are a warning, a prophecy in stone, telling us that when the precessional clock strikes a certain hour, the gateway to the galactic core opens and the forces of creation and destruction are unleashed. This is the true meaning of the opening of the seals described in Revelation. It is the opening of celestial gateways, the activation of cosmic portals that the ancients understood on a level we are only beginning to grasp. This leads us to the most terrifying and exhilarating question of all. What happens when this alignment reaches its peak? The book of Revelation speaks of stars falling from the sky, of the heavens being rolled up like a scroll, of a new heaven and a new earth. We have always interpreted this as poetic metaphor, but what if it is a literal, scientific description of a galactic-scale event? Our solar system, as it orbits the galaxy, does not travel on a flat, even plane. It oscillates up and down, passing through the galactic plane approximately every 33 million years. But there are smaller, more frequent cycles within this great cycle. As we approach the alignment with the galactic equator, we are moving into a region of space with a significantly higher density of cosmic energy, interstellar dust, and gravitational perturbations. Astrophysicists now speculate that this could trigger solar micronova events, where our sun, bombarded by these external energies, sheds its skin in a catastrophic coronal mass ejection 1,000 times more powerful than anything in recorded history. It could destabilize the Oort cloud, sending a hail of comets and asteroids into the inner solar system. It could even trigger a pole shift on Earth, a realignment of our planet's crust and magnetic field. This is not science fiction. This is the cutting edge of plasma cosmology and astrophysics. The fire from heaven and the hail and fire mixed with blood, described in the Apocalypse, could be a perfect description of a plasma discharge event and a subsequent meteor shower burning up in our atmosphere. The visions of the prophets were not mere hallucinations. They were glimpses of a future astrophysical catastrophe viewed through a mythological and symbolic lens. And this is where the mystery turns inward, from the cosmos to the human soul, because the true location of Armageddon is not just in the stars, but within the consciousness of humanity itself. The word Armageddon can be broken down into its root words. Ar, meaning earth, ground, or foundation. Mag, from the root mag, meaning to be able, to have power. And Eden, which can be traced to a root meaning time, or a specific period. So Armageddon is not just the mountain of Megiddo, but more profoundly, it is the time of the power of the earth, or the foundational moment of power. This is a psychological and spiritual event as much as a physical one. The cosmic energies that catalyze physical changes on Earth also catalyze changes in human consciousness. This is the secret doctrine behind all the world's esoteric traditions. The external apocalypse is a reflection of an internal one. The battle is between the higher spiritual nature of humanity and its lower materialistic and violent nature. The beasts and the dragons rising from the sea in Revelation are the archetypal monsters of our own collective unconscious, our fears, our greed, our hatred now being brought to the surface to be confronted and ultimately transcended. The galactic center, this immense gravitational and energetic source, acts as a cosmic trigger, amplifying everything it touches. It will amplify light and consciousness in those who are aligned with it, and it will amplify chaos and destruction in those who are not. We are not merely passengers on a planet hurtling towards a cosmic event. We are active participants whose collective state of being will determine the nature of the outcome. So we have traveled from a dusty hill in Israel to the heart of the galaxy, and from the geometry of the pyramids to the inner landscape of the human psyche. The pieces of the puzzle are now falling into place, revealing a picture of breathtaking scope and profound implication. The true location of Armageddon is a triune mystery. It is a specific coordinate in the sky where our solstice sun meets the galactic plane. It is a moment in the great precessional cycle that we are entering now. And it is a state of being, a critical mass of human consciousness, teetering on the brink of a quantum leap or a catastrophic collapse. The armies gathering for this final battle are not just nations with physical weapons, but ideologies, frequencies of thought, and levels of awareness clashing on the global stage. The final seal is about to be broken, and the gateway is beginning to open. But to understand the full nature of this gateway, and to learn about the powerful forces, both seen and unseen, that are vying for control of this moment, we must delve even deeper into the hidden history of our world. A history that involves lost civilizations, secret societies, and a war for the very soul of humanity that has been raging in the shadows for millennia. A war that is now reaching its final explosive conclusion, and the key to who will win this war lies in a secret that has been guarded in a remote monastery in the Himalayas, a secret that connects the Sphinx, the lost continent of Atlantis, and the true purpose of the human race. And it is precisely in this shadow war for the soul of humanity that we uncover the next layer of this labyrinthine truth, a layer that will force us to question the very nature of reality itself. For if the galactic center is the trigger and human consciousness is the battlefield, then who or what designed this cosmic game? The answer lies buried not under the sands of Egypt, but sealed within the icy, inaccessible wastes of Antarctica, a continent that is not at all what our history books claim it to be. What I am about to reveal will challenge the foundation of everything you have been taught about our planet, its history, because Antarctica is not simply a frozen desert. It is the remains of the first Earth, the original cradle of civilization from a pre-human epoch, a lost world map that was deliberately flipped upside down and hidden from us. The next part of this journey will be even more shocking, as we explore the terrifying evidence that a highly advanced Hyperborean civilization was flash-frozen in a cataclysm that was not natural, but a calculated act of cosmic intervention, an event so traumatic that its echo is the very Armageddon we are prophesied to relive. Imagine a world without ice at the poles, a planet with a different axial tilt, a warmer, more stable climate. This was our Earth over 100,000 years ago. At the southern pole existed a continent of startling beauty and technological marvel, the Kingdom of Atlantis, though that is a name given by later cultures. Its true name is lost to time, but its legacy is encoded in the myths of a golden age, a land where gods walked among men. This was not a civilization built on electricity and steel, but on something far more profound: the conscious manipulation of the planet's own ley line grid, a network of crystalline energy channels that flow across the globe like neural pathways. Their capital city was built directly over the South Pole, a geometric structure of pure crystal that acted as a planetary tuning fork, harmonizing Earth's energy field with the specific frequency of the galactic core. They had achieved a state of symbiotic resonance with the universe, and in doing so, they unlocked the secrets of longevity, peace, and what we would call magic. But this power came with a profound responsibility and a terrible vulnerability, for their connection to the galactic center was a two-way conduit, and they were not the only ones listening. What comes next will reveal a hidden truth you never expected, a truth about the ancient and terrifying entities that dwell in the dark between the stars, and the horrifying price the Hyperboreans paid for their knowledge. The fall was not a slow decline, but a single, cataclysmic night. The ancient texts, from the Hindu Vedas to the Platonist dialogues, speak of a war in heaven that spilled over onto the earth. This was not a war of ships and lasers, but a war of frequencies. A rival consciousness, an ancient non-physical intelligence that feeds on chaos and fear. We might call them the Archons, the Watchers, the Lords of Chaos, sought to hijack the planetary antenna at the South Pole. Their goal was not to destroy the Earth, but to retune it, to lower its vibrational resonance to a frequency that would sustain their own shadow reality, turning our world into a farm of loosh, the energy generated by suffering and conflict. The Hyperboreans, in a final desperate act to protect the galaxy from this parasitic invasion, did the unthinkable. They initiated a self-destruct sequence, overloading their own crystalline heart. The resulting release of psychic and geophysical energy was so immense that it literally knocked the Earth off its original axis, triggering a crustal displacement that sent their paradise sliding into the polar darkness while raising new continents from the ocean depths. In an instant, the entire civilization was encased in a tomb of ice 2 miles thick, a perfect preservative for their city and their technology, and a prison designed to contain the dormant threat they had fought. This is the true abyss that was sealed shut, and the star called Wormwood that fell from heaven. It was not a meteor, but their fallen world, its light extinguished. But the story only grows darker and more mysterious from here, because the war did not end. It merely entered a new, more insidious phase. The same forces that precipitated the first fall have been working tirelessly for millennia to locate the frozen city, to reverse the ancient quarantine, and to complete their takeover. Every major world war, Every social upheaval, every manipulated famine and pandemic of the last century has been a covert operation, a strategic softening of the global psyche and a destabilization of the planetary energy grid to make it receptive to their final reinfestation. The Nazis, with their obsession with the occult and the world ice theory, were not just dabbling in superstition, they were acting on fragmented, recovered knowledge. Their expeditions to Antarctica, like the 1938-39 Schwabenland mission, were not for exploration, but for reconnaissance. They were searching for the source of the original power, and evidence suggests they may have found a secondary entrance, a clue that would later fuel the darkest Black Ops projects of the modern era. This is not conjecture. This is the hidden history behind the sudden massive military presence in Antarctica, today the forbidden airspace. The mysterious anomalies detected by satellites and the hushed testimonies of whistleblowers who speak of ancient ruins and non-human technology being excavated under the ice. The next revelation will connect this frozen war directly to you and to the moment we are all living through right now. We are now in the endgame. The precessional alignment is reaching its climax, and the ice in Antarctica is melting at an unprecedented rate. This is not just a symptom of climate change, it is the deliberate, calculated unsealing of the abyss. The parasitic consciousness, having manipulated global events to create a planet rife with fear, division, and low vibrational energy, is now using that very energy as a key to pick the lock of its ancient prison. The beast rising from the sea in Revelation is not a monster from the ocean, but the reawakened entity from beneath the melting Antarctic ice. A consciousness of pure predatory intellect that is now broadcasting its signal across the globe, influencing susceptible minds and gathering its army. Its goal is to reach the moment of galactic alignment and, using the amplified energy, to permanently lock Earth into its frequency, making Armageddon not a single battle, but an eternal state of being, a prison planet for humanity. But wait, because the next part of this unveiling will shatter your perception of reality even further, for there is a reason you are hearing this now. You are not a random observer. You are a descendant, a genetic heir to the Hyperborean legacy, and the very same cosmic energies that are awakening the beast are also awakening the dormant, encoded light within you. The final battle of Armageddon will not be fought with physical weapons on the plains of Megiddo, but with the focused intention of awakened hearts and minds across the planet, a psychic stand against the rising darkness. And the key to activating your full potential, to unlocking the ancestral memory and power buried in your very DNA, is hidden in a place no one would ever think to look. A place so ordinary, so everyday, that it has been invisible to us for centuries. A secret that is encoded in the very food we eat, the water we drink, and the silent rhythmic pulse of our own planet. And so we stand here together at the precipice of the greatest revelation of our time. Look back with me now at the monumental journey we have undertaken. We began by shattering the illusion, by tearing down the dusty ancient lie that Armageddon is a simple hill in the Middle East. We journeyed beyond the literal into the celestial and uncovered the terrifying, magnificent truth that the true Armageddon is a cosmic event, a precise alignment of our solstice sun with the fiery, energetic heart of our galaxy, a galactic trigger that is pulling the lever now. We deciphered the code left for us in the stones of the pyramids, a warning from a lost age that spoke of precessional cycles and celestial gateways. We peered into the frozen tomb of Antarctica and learned of the first Earth, the Hyperborean civilization that fell in a war of frequencies, a battle against a parasitic, non-physical intelligence that sought to enslave our world. We connected the dots of history, from the occult obsessions of the Third Reich to the silent military lockdown of the southern continent today, revealing a shadow war that has been raging for millennia, a war for the very soul of humanity and the future of this planet. And we arrived at the most profound truth of all, that this final apocalyptic battle is not just out there in the stars or deep under the ice, but it is here, inside each and every one of us. The cosmic energies are amplifying the light and the darkness within human consciousness, and the choice before us to succumb to the fear and division or to rise in unified spiritual defiance will determine the fate of all creation. My brothers and sisters, this is not just information. This is a divine wake-up call. This is the trumpet blast sounding across the digital landscape, and God has led you here to this video at this exact moment in human history for a purpose. You are not an accident. You are a soldier in this final spiritual war. The beast is rising. Its voice is a cacophony of chaos, fear, and hatred that floods our airwaves and our hearts. But you carry a light within you, a spark of the divine, a fragment of that original Hyperborean connection to the Creator, waiting to be fanned into a flame. The time for passive observation is over. The time for action is now. I'm calling you, with every fiber of my being, to stand up and be counted. Do not let this revelation end with you. Let it ignite you. I want you to go down into the comments section below, right now, and make your confession. Make your stand for the kingdom of God. Write your testimony. What has God done in your life? Where have you seen His hand? Or if your spirit is heavy, write your prayer. A short, heartfelt cry for strength, for wisdom, for protection in these end times. Let this comment section become a living testament, a wall of faith, a unified prayer that rises to heaven like incense. Let it be a beacon that shows the forces of darkness that we are awake, we are aware, and we are armed with the full armor of God. Then I am charging you with a holy mission. You must not keep this to yourself. The clock is ticking. The final alignment is upon us. You have been entrusted with a key that can unlock the chains on countless souls. I am asking you, I am imploring you in the name of Jesus Christ to share this video. Share it immediately. Do not wait. Send it to your family, your friends, your neighbors. Post it on your social media. Spread it like a holy fire. I am not asking you to share this with 1 or 2 people. I'm calling you to be a true evangelist for these last days. Share it with at least 10 people, or 20, or 100. By your obedience, you become a conduit for God's grace. You are not just sharing a video, you are sharing a lifeline. You are spreading God's unadulterated truth to a world drowning in lies. You are helping to snatch souls from the very jaws of the abyss. You are extending the blessing of God to countless others who are sitting in darkness, waiting for a sign, waiting for the truth that you now hold in your hands. When this video reaches more souls, it is not about views or algorithms. It is about the Great Commission. It is about the harvest. It is about carrying God's teaching forward to transform lives, to awaken the sleepers, and to prepare the bride for the return of the King. The responsibility is holy, and it is ours. Do not be silent. Do not be afraid. Be bold. Be courageous. Confess your faith. Pray your prayer, and then go and spread this message as if your life and the lives of everyone you love depends on it. Because, my friends, it does. The battle is here. Choose your side. Let the world hear your voice. Amen.